Game is too shitty. What? No. You don't mean that, do you? Quite frankly, I've never heard anyone say anything super negative about Barotrauma. Why do you think it's shitty? What makes you say that? Nero says, I mean, I don't really like it either. Yeah, but you're much more restricted on the kind of games you play, so that doesn't surprise me. You know, that kind of be like HJ saying he doesn't want to play this. Oh my God, what is that? What is that? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Nothing's damaged. What was that? I gotta repair a bunch of this stuff. We might be out of coil gun ammo again. I'll just put some in there just in case the AI is a bit retarded. Don't know what that was. It kind of just seems to die, I guess. Let's hope it's nothing and then keep moving. The fuck is this? Don't know what it is. I'll just keep moving. Trying to dock in, hopefully that'll be the end of it. Gameplay is boring and graphics are bad. All the time stupid mini-click games just does not cut it. Only saying that because you asked, I wouldn't talk about a game enjoy. No, that's fair, I asked. I have to say bad graphics are such a bullshit thing to say though. Because the graphics don't define anything about how good the game is to play. You know, it's like saying Minecraft has bad graphics. Yeah, it does, but you know, that's the shallow bit of it. I do that sometimes. I did have a rant about what was it called? Timberville? No, wait, what was that game called again? I have to double check now because what was it called? Timberborn. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Timberborn. Thank you. But there's a difference between a city builder and this kind of, you know, 2D, somewhat niche indie game. You know, there's a distinct difference between the two. Yes, the gameplay is not like super deep, but it is. I think it's very interesting. I really enjoy it. Seeing all the monsters, learning about all the crafting in the game. More mission types would be cool because there's not a huge variety. I still think the game's a wonderful package. So, if you want to say it's repetitive, then yes, it is very repetitive as a game. But saying the graphics are bad is a horseshit excuse, if you ask me. Generally speaking, unless there's something like really specific. You mean? Oh, we're back to this. I'd forgotten about how bad this thing was to dock. Good God, man. I have to just kind of like ram this thing in her, as that's the only thing that fucking works. Oh, come on. Okay. You just have to click it free fast. Alright. There we go. Yeah, one of the rooms. Yes, that's the ballast tank. It's probably freaking out a little bit. Cool, we made 4,400 credits. That's like 10 times more than we had. It just took us 3 hours. Nice. Wonderful. I really just like the movement fighting. Those sloppy ragdolls look horrible. Sure, I think it's funny and part of the aesthetic of the game, to be honest. But that's what. No, that was definitely the ballast tank. I'm pretty sure. I didn't say anything else except the ballast tank was full with water, though. It will typically let you know there's a flood as well. All right. Whew. Okay. Don't even know what the hardpoint upgrade costs. I fear that it's more than 4,000. I think it's like 8,000 to get a new hardpoint. The cheapest one you can get. My God. Okay. We're here. We're here. We did it. What's it called? You've seen it like 10 times. Herja. Oh, let's see. Weapons. Slot 2. Yeah, coil guns 3,500. That's what I've gotten on the other ones, isn't it? Chain gun, coil gun, rail gun, yeah. Alright. That was a lot of money. That was like all the money we made, but that will make the ship a whole lot more defendable. So that's good. This is a step in the right direction. Really is. Absolutely. I wanted to go back on the graphics thing a little bit. I will say, you know, it's... I think it's odd to disqualify the game because of its movement and the look of it. Because there's just so many games that look bad, but the gameplay is so tremendous and so deep. I will say the gameplay is more repetitive in this than a lot of the other games that, you know, have a simple layout, simple graphics. You know, Project Zomboid is not a pretty game. I think that the gameplay in Project Zomboid is insanely deep. You can spend 1,000 hours playing that and not even explore all the mechanics of the game. For sure, and not learn everything about the game neither, even though the graphics are bad. And there's a ton of other games like that. So, but it's very unique, you know, the ragdoll thing in this. It reminds me of QWOP. But it yeah. It is what it is. I respect your opinion, Mr. Kramps. Because you know, at least I'm not a graphics whore at all. Right, or was aesthetics? Yeah, I was about to say, like, I respect your opinion simply because of the reason I know that you're not the type of person to just look at a game and say, oh, it doesn't have the 4K texture pack or whatever, I don't want to play it. You know, that's more the kind of attitude I have a problem with. Where it's like, oh, this doesn't have, this is not a first-person shooter, and then it sucks. That's kind of the retard 14-year-old gamer mentality that I used to have when I was a kid, which is one of the reasons I despise it so much. And I know you're not like that, so obviously. But yeah, I can kind of get the aesthetic thing. It's not for everybody, but I very rarely find myself so affected. Fuck is this room? Strange. I very rarely find myself completely hung up on the aesthetic of a game where I won't play it anymore, or where it completely ruins my experience. Timberborn might be one of the first games where that's actually happened to me in a while, where it's just like, this completely ruins my experience with the game. But to me, a city builder is all about the aesthetics. That's all it's about. It's about making a beautiful city, like in City Skylines. I do wacky shit, like I'll make artificial mountains and I'll like craft the city like into the mountains, like make curvy roads. Doesn't make any sense, you know. A grid city is more effective, I guess, but you know, just having that like city that kind of curves into the mountainside is real beautiful. I really like it. So city builder is a bit sacred to me. If I'm gonna bother spending a bunch of time, I want it to look good. Games otherwise, it's more about how much fun they are, how interesting they are, how deep the mechanics are, and all that. And this is repetitive. That's my my biggest critique. It's repetitive, and I think it has a lot more room for creativity. I don't understand why the layout of all the stations need to look the exact same. I think that's a bit odd. Certainly. And there's a lot more space for interesting stories to be told in Barotrauma. I think it's something that they should explore a little bit more. Because I think Barotrauma has like untapped potential. A lot of untapped potential. In a lot of different things. Station layouts being one of them. For sure. But I still really enjoy it. I think out of all the games I've played in 2022, this is probably one of the ones I've enjoyed the most. At least top 10, or like a new game that I started playing in 2022. That's more what I mean. Not of all time, but a new game this year that I actually properly enjoy, and something that lives up to the expectation of however much I paid for Barotrauma. Let me check actually how much Barotrauma was, or how much it is now. It is a little bit stiff now. I'm not sure I would pay the full price for Barotrauma, to be honest. $25 is a bit steep. I probably wouldn't pay $25 for Barotrauma. I don't think that's what I paid, but now I feel bad talking it down. No, don't do that. I will say though, typically, €8. Yeah, I'd pay €8 for it, absolutely. Is it early access? (2019). So it was released in 2019. I'm curious if this is out of early access or not. No, so Barotrauma is still in early access, which is interesting. And another thing I want to point out about Barotrauma is it has a tremendous amount of positive Steam reviews. I very rarely find myself disagreeing with Steam reviews. I actually want to look the game up on Metacritic. Because I will say I kind of enjoy your opinion, Kramps, because you're going upstream. Like, you're completely going against what everyone else is saying, and I kind of like it. So I kind of want to see if I can find some other, like, similar reviews or anything like that. it has Google audience reviews. The least fucking useful review thing in the world. Oh shit, excuse me. I cannot really find anything negative about Barotrauma written in reviews, but you know, it's a niche game. It doesn't attract a ton of you know, game press publicity. All the articles I can find about it are you know, from smaller publications. So I actually kind of like your point of view, Kramps. It's different from everyone else. Everyone's just kind of loving it, and then you're kind of shitting on it. And I actually like it somehow. I like the I like someone who goes against the stream. But yeah. Nico says, by the way, started PUBG, sorry for being pushy. Yes, of course. We were supposed to be started over an hour ago. No, over 2 hours ago. So yeah, absolutely. Let's go ahead and call it for Barotrauma. I hope you guys enjoyed. I certainly did. We've gotten a lot further than we did 4 hours ago, at least. Now we have a new hard point, we're at a new station, and I think we're in a spot where we can start. I can start playing the game a little bit off stream to get some more cash in and kind of move things along. So it's not going to be as grindy as on the streams. So yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and call it here for Barotrauma, and let's play some PUBG. I actually had a really good time, or not a good time necessarily, but I had a few good matches playing PUBG today myself. It was interesting. Different topic though. I've actually really wanted